Hello, my little cupcakes. It's Alfie Malone with the big juicy quiz on a Wednesday night in still a bit of a lockdowny mode. So, tonight, 102 points up for grabs. Yes, you did hear me right, madam. 102, alright? It's dead easy. You grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen. I ask you questions. You write down what you think the answer is. And if you're right, you get a point. And if you're not, you don't. Simple rules. No Googling. No cahooting with the neighbours. Unless they are on your team, of course. And no cheating. Because you know what they say? You're only cheating yourself. Right. 102 points up for grabs. Round number one, as always, is Bits and Bobs, which is a posh name for general knowledge. 10 fairly simple questions for you. Number one, who was the main female star of the 1990 movie Pretty Woman? Or to put it another way, who was the star of Pretty Woman? See, not so hard once you're up, is it? Question number two. By what name are the fruit of the blackthorn commonly known? By what name are the fruit of the blackthorn commonly known? Question number three comes next, they tell me. In The Simpsons, how many sisters does Marge have? In The Simpsons, how many sisters does Marge have? Right, and you can have 2 bonus points if you can name them all. That's, you see, our way of getting to 102 points up for grabs tonight. In The Simpsons, how many sisters does Marge have? And for 2 bonus points, just 2, name them all. Right then, question number 4. In the military, what does the abbreviation SAS stand for? In the military, what does SAS stand for? And by that, of course, I mean the letters, not their ethics, not what do they stand for. What does SAS stand for? Question number 5. How was Beijing in China previously known? What did they used to call Beijing before they called it Beijing? Alright, let's hit you up with number 6. Which musical is based on the poems of T.S. Eliot? One for all you musical fans. Which musical is based on the poems of T.S. Eliot? Question number 7. On a fish, where would you find its dorsal fin? On a fish, where would you find the dorsal fin? Question number 8. What was the name of Pinocchio's maker? What was the name of Pinocchio's maker? Or if you're at the end of the film, what was the name of Pinocchio's father? Don't worry about the spelling. Something vaguely like it will do. Question number 9. In the play by Shakespeare, who died first? Romeo or Juliet? 50-50 chance. In Romeo and Juliet, who died first, Romeo or Juliet? And question number 10. Which is the largest island in the Med? Which is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? And those are your first 10 questions on the big juicy quiz tonight. Now what happens is you get some time to think, fill in any gaps, and if you've got any gaps, have a guess. 'Cause you know what they say, it's always worth a guess. And I'll be back with a quick recap. Right then, let's give you a quick recap of your first 10 questions in case you've got any gaps you need to fill in. Question number 1, who was the star of Pretty Woman? Number 2, by what name are the fruit of the blackthorn commonly known? Number 3, in The Simpsons, how many sisters does Marge have? And for bonus points, name them. Number 4. In the military, what does SAS stand for? Number 5. How was Beijing previously known? Number 6. Which musical is based on the poems of T.S. Eliot? Number 7. Where on a fish would you find a dorsal fin? Number 8, what was the name of Pinocchio's father? Number 9, in the play, who died first, Romeo or Juliet? Juliet or Romeo? And number 10, what's the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? All pretty straightforward up to now, but now, my cupcakes, it's your chance to get 10 bonus points. And tonight we've gone all cryptic-ish. If Tennant was Who and Aqua was Jones, what's the connection? If Tennant was who and Aqua was Jones, what's the connection? Told ya, gone all cryptic-ish. 10 bonus points if you can work out that little riddle. If Tennant was who and Aqua was Jones, what do they have in common? Just one word. Right, moving on to round number 2, because that usually comes after round number 1, I have found. Round number 2, it's the return, by popular demand, of What's in My Pocket. Yay! If you never played this before, it's an excuse to show you some highly magnified pictures of things that I've got in my pocket. So, all you have to do is to work out what these things are when they're normal size. Here be number 1. What have I got in my pocket? It looks edible, it looks edible. Number 2, in my pocket I've got one of these. But what is it? Once again, I would suggest it's edible. Item number 3 hiding in my pocket looks a bit like that, but what do you reckon it is? This one, not so edible. Might come in handy if you've eaten 1 and 2, though. Oh, no clues. Okay, no clues. Not allowed to give clues, the boss says. No clues. Item number 4 hiding in my pocket tonight looks like that. But what do you reckon it is? You got the idea. Imagine what these things look like when you're not zoomed in super close. Item number 5 in my pocket tonight is this. The question to answer is, what is it? I reckon that one's a lot more straightforward. Right then. Item number 6 in my pocket looks like that. Have a good close look. Starting to smell a bit, my pocket. Have you worked it out yet? That's number 6. Number 7. Right, it's that one. I had a struggle to get it in the pocket, but there it is. Looks remarkably like an aerial shot of somewhere in China, but it's not. It's an item that I managed to squeeze into my pocket. Number 8 is this one here. But what is it? Right then, number 9. Number 9, I've gone in really close. But can you work out what it is? Not edible. No, not edible. Don't eat it. And top of the shop, number 10 is this one here, which has made an awful mess of my pocket. But can you work out what it is? So there are 10 items in my pocket. Right up close, you've got to see them. You need to work out what they are. Have a quick think, and I'll be back with a quick recap. Right then, chance to fill in any gaps should you have them. Here are the items in my pocket tonight. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. Right, who wants the chance to get 10 bonus points? Don't all shout at once. Here you go. Another crypticish clue. South African Bernard had a heart, but Scottish Nicola lost a T to become one. Which word are we trying to find? South African Bernard had a heart, but Scottish Nicola lost a T to become one. We're getting crypticish tonight. Do you know any South African Bernards who had hearts? And do you know any Scottish Nicolas? It's worth 10 points if you do. Right then, moving on to our next round. Who dissed then? Now, this week I have not covered anybody's faces up with random objects. Oh no, I've just got an eclectical mix of people, some alive, some not so alive, and all you've got to do is scratch your heads and work out where you know them from and what their name is. Here is number one. Who dissed then? You're all thinking, I know him from somewhere, I know him from somewhere. What is his name? Second up in our Rogues Gallery tonight looks like that. But do you know what his name is? Our third face tonight looks like that. Who dissed it? And picture number 4. Who is this? This is one of them rounds that will really split people up. Some people will know some people will know others. Did you choose the right teammates? Famous-ish face number 5 looks like that. But what's his name? Right, I reckon that would have been more straightforward. Try your luck in number 6. Number 6 looks like that. Who dissed then? And coming up is number 7. Do you know his name? Or nickname? Nickname will do. Nickname will do. Tricky tonight, huh? Tricky. Can't all be easy. Try your luck at number 8. Number 8. Number 8's definitely a goodie. Do you know who dissed then? Yes, I may have sneaked in a little clue for you. Famous-ish face number 9 is this one here. Do you know his name? top of the shop, picture number 10 looks like that. But who is it? I did say they were an eclectic mix tonight. Have a quick think, scratch your heads, and I'll be back with a quick recap. So, 10 people, you need to tell me their names or their nicknames. A right old mishmash of people here. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Right, number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. And hopefully you'll have 10 names written down. If not, make something up quick. And for 10 bonus points, what connects all of those people together? Oh, they've all got one thing in common. Yes, they have all got one thing in common. But what is it? 10 points if you know. Right then, last week I gave you a word from a film, and you had a choice of films to guess from. This week I've taken the guessing out of it, but instead I'm giving you a whole line. So, a line from a film, you name the film. Number 1, you're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Famous line from a film. Number 2. Cop DM seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary. Cop DM seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary. But what is the film it comes from? Okay, famous film line number 3. Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you? Aren't you? What's the film? Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you? Famous film number 4. My Precious. My precious. What be the film? Number 5 goes a bit like this. Yo, Adrian. But what film would you have heard that shouted? Yo, Adrian. If I was to do an impersonation, it would be more, Yo, Adrian. But I'm not doing impersonation, so you're alright. Number 6, you had me at hello. You had me at hello. Which film does that famous line come from? Movie line number 7 goes a bit like this. I am serious and don't call me Shirley. I am serious and don't call me Shirley. Name the movie. Number 8. I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. He sounds upset. I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. Number 9. I'm having an old friend for dinner. Famous line, name the movie. I'm having an old friend for dinner. Number 10. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. I'll give you a clue, it's not Bambi. But which movie does it come from? So, from that, you should have 10 movie titles. If you haven't, you'll need some thinking time. Right then, we'll give you a quick recap. Number 1, you're going to need a bigger boat. Number 2, Carpe Diem, seize the day, and boys, make your lives extraordinary. Number 3, Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you? Number 4, my precious. Number 5, yo, Adrian. Number 6, you had me at hello. Number 7, I Am Serious and Don't Call Me Shirley. Number 8, I Will Look For You, I Will Find You and I Will Kill You. Ooh, handbags. Number 9, I'm Having an Old Friend for Dinner. And number 10, I Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning. Right, and now your chance to get 10 bonus points with just one line from a movie. But which movie does it come from? Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the War Room. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the War Room. It's a line from which famous movie? And it's worth 10 points if you know it. Right then, our final round tonight, as always, is Out of Tune. Alfie, turn up the speakers and get ready. I will sing you 10 lines from popular musical songs, with the catch that I can't sing for toffee. All you need to do is to write down the name of the song and the name of the singer, group, artiste. 1 point for the song, 1 point for the singer. Here we go then. I'd sit alone, watch your light, my only friend through teenage nights. What's the song and who sang it? 1 point for each. I'd sit alone and watch your light, my only friend through teenage nights. Right then, number 2. Watching all the people get leery. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town is quite scary. Name the song, name the singer, 1 point for each. Watching all the people get leery. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town is quite scary. I think I did it justice. Number 3. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow and look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. What's the song called? And who sang it? Number 4. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. One more time you cry, okay. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to What's the song and who sang it? Try your luck at number 5. Now there's a backseat lover who's always undercover and I talk till my daddy say. I know, it's a talent. One more time. Now there's a backseat lover that's always undercover and I talk till my daddy say. A man of many talents, I think you'll agree. Singing is not one of them, I grant you. Here comes little tune number 6. When she woke up late in the morning light and the day had just begun, she opened up her eyes and thought. When she woke up late in the morning light and the day had just begun, she opened up her eyes and thought. Clean answers only, thank you. Ditty number 7. We would be warm below the storm in a little hideaway beneath the waves. We would be warm below the storm in a little hideaway beneath the waves. Do, 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 do. 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. Number 8. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. Name the singer and the original singer, please. Thank you. Okay, out of tune number 9. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And your last out-of-tune song for tonight. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. But what song is it and who sang it? Right then, treat yourself to a little time to think about it and fill in any gaps, and I'll be back with a quick recap. Right then, quick recap. This time without the vocal talents of Alfie Malone. Number 1, I'd sit alone and watch your light, my only friend through teenage nights. Number 2, watching all the people get leery, it's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town is quite scary. Number 3, look at the stars. Look how they shine for you, and everything you do, Yeah, they were all yellow. Number 4. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Number 5. Now there's a backseat lover that's always undercover, and I talk till my daddy say. Number 6. When she woke up late in the morning light, and the day had just begun, she opened up her eyes and thought. Number 7. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves. Number 8. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. Number 9. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. And number 10. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday and the regular crowd shuffles in. So, by now you should have all your answers written down, which is good because the answers are coming up. So you know the rules. Anyway, you've got a gap, write something in quick because it's always worth a guess. Right then, your answers are coming up. Now, what do you think? Have I lost my traditional Norwich accent? Someone told me I'd become too southern the other day. Living in Surrey too long. Right, here are your answers. Now, from this point onwards, you cannot change what you have written, especially when I tell you that today is World Health Day, which might put some of your answers into contextual. But first, we have our bits and bobs rounds. Number 1, who was the star of Pretty Woman? Well, it was Julia Roberts. 1 point if you got that. By what name are the fruit of the blackthorn known? They are sloe. Slow or sloes or slow fruit will get you a point. Right, number 3. Here's where you can get yourself 2 bonus points. In The Simpsons, how many sisters does Marge have? The answer is 2, for which you will get 1 point. And if you also wrote Patty and Selma, you'll get 2 more points. Question number 4. What does SAS stand for in the military? It stands for Special Air Service. Number 5. Beijing was previously known as Peking. Number 6. The poems of T.S. Eliot are the basis of which musical? The answer is Cats. Number 7. Where on a fish would you find the dorsal? The dorsal is on the back. On its back or back. That gets your point. Number 8. Pinocchio's maker, stroke father, was called Geppetto. Geppetto. Don't worry about the spelling, but if you meant to put Geppetto, or let's be fair, anything close to it, you're only cheating yourself. You get a point. Alright. Number 9, in the play, who dies first, Romeo or Juliet, Juliet or Romeo, Romeo or Juliet, 50-50 chance. What did you put? What did you put? Because the answer's Juliet. Cries of, oh no. And number 10, the largest island in the Mediterranean is Sicily. And then we had our first cryptic-ish question. If Tennant was who and Aqua was Jones, what is the connection? Well, if I tell you it's David Tennant was who, and Aqua was the pop group, and they were Jones, you might get it, because David Tennant was Doctor Who, and Aqua sung about Dr. Jones, so the connection therefore is Doctor, because it's World Health Day. 10 points if you wrote Doctor. Round number 2, what is in my pocket? 10 pictures, all very close. Number 1, that was a fig. Number 2, that was broccoli. Number 3 was a toothbrush. Number 4, oh, tricky, just because we made it a different colour, but it is still a zip. Zip or zipper gets you the point. Number 5, I expect you all guessed it was a cheese grater or a grater. And number 6, did you get it? It's a pile of walnuts. Number 7, squeezed into my pocket was a melon. Number 8, well, it could be a dog's nose, but I wouldn't keep that in my pocket. However, I do keep a paintbrush. Or brush, yes, okay, brush you can have. Brush. Number 9, for clearing up the mess in my pocket, it's a sponge. And number 10, did you get it from the viscosity? It's honey. Then we asked you another bonus question for 10 bonus points, and it was cryptic-ish again. South African Bernard had a heart. Scottish Nicola lost a T to become one. Let's do it in reverse. Scottish Nicola, there's only one I can think of, and her name is Sturgeon. Without a T, becomes surgeon. And the world's first heart transplant was carried out by a South African surgeon called Bernard. So the answer is surgeon. It's World Health Day, you see. We've had doctor, and now we've had surgeon. Right, who dis then? 10 famous faces, some more famous than others, from all different walks of life. You had to know who they were. Number 1 was Hilary Jones. Number 2 was Sir Robert Winston. Number 3, you'd only get if you're in the morning, I guess. His name is Chris Steele. Because he's on this morning, you see. Number 4, very funny man, and he's also a very, very naughty boy. That is Graham Chapman from Monty Python Flying Circus. Number 5, well, his nickname will do, Harry Hill. Real name Matthew Keith Hall, but you didn't need to know that. Harry Hill will get you the point. Number 6, somebody else who's funny, is Joe Brand. Number 7, you'll only get this if you're in the afternoon, I guess, because he's on the chase, you see. His name's Paul Sinner. But if you put the Sinner Man, I said you could have the old nickname. That would get you the point as well. Number 8 is a goodie, because he really is a goodie. And his name's Graham Garden. And number 9, the highbrow one. Did you get it? Did you get Jonathan Miller? And number 10, Doctor Who himself, but of course his name is Tom Baker. And then I'll give you the chance to get 10 bonus points. Don't get too excited, but there's one thing that connects all those people. And now you know it's World Health Day. The answer is medicine, medical, anything vaguely like that, because most of them were doctors, some were nurses, or some worked in the medical corps in the army. But they all had medicine in common. 10 bonus points if you work that out from that very mixed bunch of people. Right then, and then movie lines was our next round. The answers to those are coming up. You're going to need a bigger boat. Which movie was it? All shout out at once. It was Jaws. 1 point for that. Movie line number 2. Carpe diem, seize the day, boys, make your life extraordinary. Comes from Dead Poets Society. Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me. I always thought it was, are you trying to seduce me? But apparently not. But it's from The Graduate. Number 4, just 2 words, my precious, and that comes from The Lord of the Rings. Yo, Adrian, do you remember? It's from Rocky. Yo, Adrian. Movie line number 6 was You Had Me at Hello, and the movie it came from was Jerry Maguire. Number 7, I Am Serious, Don't Call Me Shirley, is from Airplane. Number 8, I Will Look For You, I Will Find You and I Will Kill You. He sounds upset. It's from Taken. I'm having an old friend for dinner. That comes from Silence of the Lambs. And number 10, I Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning, is from Apocalypse Now. And then your bonus one for 10 bonus points. Who got it then? Gentlemen, You Can't Fight in Here. It's The War Room. Comes from one movie. The short title will get you the 10 points. Don't worry. The answer keeping in our theme of World Health Day, is Dr. Strangelove. Or as it's properly known, Dr. Strangelove, How I Learned to Stop Worrying About and Love the Bomb. 10 bonus points if you wrote that. Right then, our final round was Out Tune Alfie. 10 songs badly sung. How many did you get? I Sit Alone and Watch Your Light, My Only Friend Through Teenage Nights was Radio Gaga by Queen. Radio Gaga by Queen. You forgot to write Queen. All right. 1 point for the song and 1 point if you wrote Queen as well. Number 2, watching all the people get leery. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town is quite scary. Boop, 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 boop. I predict a riot. I predict a riot by the Kaiser Chiefs. 1 point for each. Number 3, look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. The answer's in the question. It's Yellow by Coldplay. Number 4, up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light, is Hotel California by the Eagles. Number 9, now there's a backseat lover that's always undercover and I talk till my daddy say, he said, you told me to walk this way. Walk this way. By Run DMC. Number 6, when she woke up late in the morning light, is All That She Wants Is Another Baby by Ace of Base. Number 7, we would be warm below the storm in a little hideaway beneath the waves, is Octopus's Garden by the Beatles. Number 8, you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain, is Great Balls of Fire, Goodness Gracious, by Jerry Lee Lewis. Number 9, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May, is My Girl. My Girl, My Girl, by The Temptations. 1 point for each of those. And number 10, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday, the regular crowd shuffly be in. And that was Piano Man by Billy Joel. So everywhere you got a tick gets you a point, and there's 102 points that you could possibly have had tonight. See how many you got. If you're watching on the Facebooky book, then you put your team name and your score in the comments section, and if you're watching on the YouTube, you could do the same there as well. And I tell you what, let's do it all again next Wednesday night. Till then, I'll see you later. Ta-ta!